So yeah, I think in the very beginning I was always doubting myself, had no clear understanding of what I'm doing. But it just happened, and seems like when I started testing the materials, and it performed 10x better to conventional phones. I think I that's when I understood that okay, I'm doing something which is worthy.
Say welcome to the Tabs, the Ayushi Bhatt show, where we open tabs in the coolest technology, innovations, and sustainability and design. Each episode is like browsing through the multiple tabs and discovering the great insights in the different industry. Whether you are student or young adult, or you're just curious कि होने क्या वाला है future में, this is the right place for you. So today we are diving into the very fascinating topic with our guest who's changing the game in sustainable design. Imagine this: the furniture piece is not just stylish and comfortable, but also very smart and eco-friendly. Sounds like a sci-fi, right? So our guest today is making it reality. So welcome Yash Shah, who is one of the brilliant mind behind the Ecolattice. Hello, welcome to the show, Yash. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Ayushi. Good. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing great actually. Learning new things every day. Okay, let's start with some light question. What is that one of your favorite piece of innovation and technology you find very fascinating these days?
I think recently we have been working on these foaming materials, and we've been looking a lot into how we can have layer lines and things like that. It's all like depending on to how we basically develop 3D printed products. And in that we're looking for this G-code based model where it is, so the term is non-linear printing.
Okay.
So instead of the printer going in XY direction, we basically need to switch it to go into three direction X, Y, and Z. So where the printing simultaneously happens on all three axes.
Oh.
So that is one thing that is super cool, and I feel like is going to be helpful for us, and also like a lot of the companies are manufacturing this.
Okay, that's really great. Let's talk about your journey. Can you elaborate your journey and what inspired you to start the Ecolattice?
I mean, the journey has been simple. I was working on this project for my undergrads as an graduation project for NIST. Was doing textile course, and like we ended up looking into different products, things in craft, but nothing that was too fascinating for me. I was very passionate about additive manufacturing, 3D printing per se, and decided to take it further. And yeah, we mainly looked into developing the products back then in 2019. It started from 2019, and like I did the project in 2021. Then it was just there. Taking it further, I was fascinated with material on the manufacturing side, and then I did a course here in London, and there also I did the same thing, where I basically developed this material which helps us make the process faster and foaming and other things. The material and sustainable alternative as we recycle polymers, and also looking into biopolymers for 3D additive manufacturing. So yeah, that's mainly about it when it comes to Ecolattice. I think things fell into place after my graduation project over here.
Okay.
CSM. I did get a lot of opportunities. I ended up showcasing in different design weeks around the world, and yeah, a lot of material libraries were associated with. We are also looking into mass manufacturing, mass customization, general lattices, custom made lattices, and things like that. So yeah, it has been bittersweet, has been time consuming, has been stressful, but yeah, it got a lot of support and doing. I mean, yeah, that's mainly it about the journey.
It seems like multiple events, one by one, fall on the right way for you, and Ecolattice happened.
I think it just happened. I did not have to push like anywhere. It just inclined with my passion for additive manufacturing and just kept on happening. So yeah.
That's really great. Let's go to the next question. When do you think about future of furniture? What trends or innovation do you see on the horizon right now?
Right. When we talk about future of things, specifically when I say textiles, materials, and finishes, so like that's what I'm looking into for even for like interior industries or automotive per se. I think one essential thing is because the production side has been very tedious.
Okay.
Plus, a lot of things have been changing when it comes to making mono-material products, which basically helps you recycle easily. And also, manufacturing side of the things have been changing. So people are willing to make a bit more efforts in towards sustainability, where the recyclability is efficient and effective. So yeah, things have been changing in the industry lately when it comes to manufacturing side, but then the future is also like about how we take waste and utilize it into a way where we are having let's say better products which are obviously like not just functionally good but also good for the environment. And yeah, a lot of different models are adapted, a lot of certification and testing is happening, and also like when it comes to sustainability standards, things are changing around the world. There are so many restrictions when it comes to industry, like even when people do say that they are a sustainable brand, there are so many more certifications required nowadays to prove and provide the data, which is obviously scientifically backed up. So yeah, that's mainly what is, I feel, the future of the whole interior industry, automotive industry, so CMF in general. Yeah, that's, I think, my take on to what the future looks like. A bit more sustainable, a bit more innovative, and also like a bit thoughtful, I would say.
Since we are talking about sustainability, it's really crucial in interior design. How does Ecolattice contribute to making the eco-friendly products?
Sustainability in terms of we are looking the life cycle of the products firstly. So how exactly we develop the products per se, the life cycle of how the products are going to be recycled. Plus, so we take waste material. So our production starts from utilizing waste material and incorporating it into our products. So like the thermoplastic elastomer that we use for making our foams is 70%, 60 to 70% recycled polymers elastomer that we use. We also do have the virgin material, which basically is also to enhance the mechanical properties of the foams. Again, the same foams that we do sell into the industry have a longer lifespan, so we don't need to throw the foams or like even reupholster things with new foams every 3 to 4 years. The longevity is 30 to 35 years. And also like even once the longevity is there, we also are helping companies to recycle them. So like we would take back the foams, we would either recycle it for you, and we're still working on the LCAs and like other criteria. We need to do a lot more research into it, but as a starting point, I think it's just there, at least like better than standard foams where we don't have virgin material used, and also there is zero recyclability when it comes to conventional foams. So it's a one step further in the industry, I guess.
That's really great. Can you share more about the conditions under which lattice structure degrade and it benefits to environment?
Yeah. So when it comes to degradation, currently we have two sets of material that we are producing. So one is the recycled ones. So once the life cycle of the product is near to the end, so like once we recycle the products 2 to 3 times, What we do is we do add biopolymers into it, which basically are either natural latex or even copolymers such as algae blooms and things like that, which helps which helps elastomers chain to break down easily. It still takes long time, but it's 250 to 300 years quicker than a conventional foam. So in a way, it's a good alternative, but to recycle more than that of degradation per se as of now. We haven't yet done any degradation tests or anything to like quantify how well it performs. But then again, when you understand that with biopolymers introduced into any of these materials, it helps break down things easily. So degradation is also something that we will be looking into further. But as of now, recyclability is what we have been able to achieve, and with biopolymers it will be easier to have the degradation part better.
That's okay. Now let's go to some technical question. What role does AI-driven customization play in creating the furniture?
Right. So basically, there are multiple factors affecting the phones when we customize it for you. So we would take multiple parameters, and with those parameters and data sets that we have already provided, we either have the software work on it to develop and derive a form, which is again generative in nature and also derived from the parameters. So again, it will take a lot of manual work and a wireframe to develop that for every individual, and hence the software helps us develop it quicker. More accurate, and also we can save on materials. So that are some of the.
Is it also helping you with the product design and somewhere else in making process?
Yeah, form does develop onto that, but we don't use AI software to develop the form. It's more like the form is obviously given by a designer, and also like we do change the form based on the parametric design, but not something we should do in the softwares. So.
Okay, so for those who might not be familiar with the term thermoplastic elastomers, can you elaborate that more, and how do you use them in the product?
Right. So in day-to-day life, we use a lot of these elastomers. Let's say your conventional TPU, thermoplastic polyurethane. There are shoe soles, phone cases. Easy example. Any transparent phone case that you see is usually runs some sort of thermoplastic elastomer. So what we do is, that is what our raw material is right now. We take those elastomer cases and we clean them, shred them, and take it as our raw material. So anything which is flexible yet has so there are 4 hardnesses that we look into. So with recycled material, we can get like approximately 4 to 5 sure hardness of 4 to 5 variation, but we can still achieve that with the recyclability and things like that. So yeah.
That's great. So what's the potential impact advanced foaming technology on durability and longevity?
So in terms of foaming, not necessarily it enhances the longevity and durability, but it actually helps us with the faster production. So in terms of conventional FDM printing, the biggest drawback is its time. So when it comes to manufacturing, we have enhanced the manufacturing time with our first stage foaming. There are 2 stages of foamings. First stage foaming happens onto the printer while we are manufacturing the products. The second stage foaming happens once we deliver the products later on. So let's say giving you the idea of what we're working on currently. So any PO foam you see in the industry, or any foams that you see in the industry, are usually expanded 8 to 9 times, or depending on how the requirement is. So what we do is we basically 3D print with these elastomers onto our 3D printers, and we make a textbook size of a block for you in India. We would ship it to you in let's say UK or the States, and there we have a heating chamber where the textbook size mattress would expand into a king size bed or a queen size bed for you.
Okay.
So it's like one of those things where we expand the polymers to 4 to 8 times depending on the what your hardness will require and also like what the usage is going to be. We are still working on that, but we currently do the foaming onto the printing for quicker and faster production. So yeah.
Can you tell me more about what kind of foams you are developing?
To explain you in a nutshell, when it comes to foams that we develop, there are two types. One is customized. So let's say we make the customized cushions for customers like companies. So we do provide work from home chairs or office chairs. So we specialize the chair for you, which is customized as per your requirement and your body parameters. That is one set of manufacturing we do or production we do, and the other set is for automotive industry or any other industry, let's say where the mass is required. There we have general lattices where we don't have any customization in it. It is just a general thing, but again, it has better performance, as I already told you some of the parameters that we look into, which is like fire, water resistance, and shock absorbance and things like that.
Okay, what other industry you are looking forward to collaborate with?
So currently we're just looking for 3 industries, which is home decor and interiors, healthcare and wellness, and third is automotive and transport. So like even these 3 industries are pretty wide and large, but as of now we're trying to figure out what all things would fit in well when it comes to, because phones are everywhere. We're trying to streamline the processes a little bit, and by end of a year, once we have like proper 1 year of understanding, we'll be able to know more what our product exactly is and what is our expertise per se.
How do you see the smart materials and technology integrating in the everyday furniture?
Definitely for interior spaces, it's going to be luxury market in the very beginning. Also, the chairs and the work from home chairs or let's say office chairs that we're going to cater, they are also going to be pretty straightforward when it comes to like integrating technology. We're still not integrating any technology as of now into the foams, but it will be more like a model where we might be able to make new foam options for you every few years down the line, as per and how your body evolves. So that is what mainly we're looking into.
So near future will be more economic, I guess. So can you share me the challenges or the problems you have faced during this journey and how did you overcome it?
Right, so I belong from a commerce background. I have no idea about a lot of these polymers and elastomers. And also I haven't had a bit of guidance when it comes to 3D printing, no knowledge in the beginning. So I think as in a passion, I still remember I would start taking those printers apart, start fixing them, because there was no one in around my city to like fix the printers. So I would have to fix the printer by myself. So in the beginning, it actually, I'm glad that I did all of that. So for me, for others, it was a waste of time. I was criticized a lot initially when being in a conventional textile and a craft background. I think at college, where textiles were seen in a very different way. I was making chain mails, and I don't know what I was doing back then in 2021, where I was introducing polymers, elastomers, and things like these into a textile and saying that, oh, this is a textile, and people would be like, it looks good, but don't understand what you're doing. So initially it was difficult for me to convince people. Also, like whenever you are in a developing country per se, you always have to also understand the market, and the most important factor is the cost, the value of the product. So it was always a challenge for me to convince people that it is worth the value that you're paying. And also like making people realize that there is a lot more cost involved in manufacturing, a lot more cost involved at every stage. But the reason we're doing is it's not just a foam, but it's something that has been very, I don't know how do I put it, but like which is more technical in nature and also like bit more advanced than your conventional material that you have. So yeah, I think in the very beginning I was always doubting myself, had no clear understanding of what I'm doing. But it just happened, and seems like when I started testing the materials, and it performed 10x better to conventional foams. I think that's when I understood that okay, I'm doing something which is worthy. Not a lot of people would appreciate the project, but a lot of technical people who are in the industry were testing the foams for me. Central Institute of Plastic Technology, I would go to test the foams, and there they will be like, oh, this is a nice material. This actually performs way better, and you should actually look into it. And that's how I gained a bit more confidence, and then had a chance and opportunity here to take it further in UK. And here also I did ended up collaborating with few companies, material libraries around the world, and now it's happening. So I think you do find your way through the challenges, and this is a classic example of how looking at things critically is important, but then also understanding that sometimes you need to also understand the whole picture holistically. Because I still remember, wherever I struggle, I would ask for people's help. So I always struggle with developing certain things when it comes to material. So I would outsource it to companies who could help me out, or even some friends who are in chemical background. They would help me out with the foaming part, and also what additives to use, what not to use. After coming here, I actually here I was surrounded by students, and hence I was able to get a lot more help with fellow colleagues or my friends to like reach out to different people, different research institutions. I could never say that this project is just mine, because every step there is a challenge, and every step there is someone to help you out. So yeah, I think mainly the challenges were at every little stage. Even understanding business, I mean, when you do a startup, you understand that you're doing like 100 things all together, and at every stage, let's say you are talking to people, you understand few things, they'll guide you, and then you like ask few more people, you filter down things, and then you take a decision, and which is again informed, but like not sure if it's accurate. So yeah, and it's about figuring out your own I don't know answer every time you face challenges. So these are some of the challenges that I face. But yeah.
Oh, that's really inspiring. I think this could be a really nice advice for people who wants to start their own venture.
Yeah, I think yeah, advice I don't know, but it's more like talk to people. That's all.
Just talk to people, ask for help, just do it. That's the way of achieving, I guess. I really wanted to add something here, that a student coming from the fashion background and now working in a totally different technical company, and like owning that company, I see that there is a drastic change over there. It's really inspiring.
Yeah, I went to NIFT recently, and they introduced innovative textiles as a new subject, and I was probably very happy to hear that. And one of the faculty also who supported me throughout the whole course. I think I'm glad that there are certain changes that are happening. But yeah, I mean, it's always like we understand and we grow through different things. So yeah.
I think it's a nice experience. Even though Ecolattice is a new company, what are the milestones you are looking forward to achieve in near future?
That's a good question. So currently we have, so like we do end up making like deadlines and like our own goals, what we need to achieve every few months. Let's say so we have like weekly planners, monthly planners, yearly goals, 6 months, quarterly, things like that. So currently we are looking for like good two collaborations within a span of 3 months.
Okay.
And yeah, so sometimes you miss on projects. There are bad days, but then sometimes instead of two projects, we ended up getting four. Out of which we lost one. But then again, like, it's understanding that okay, no matter what, like, if you set a goal, not necessary that you're going to not achieve it, or even if you do achieve it, it's not necessary that you'll be able to cater to all of the customers. And also, like, um, when it comes to milestones, it's tricky because there is not a single day which goes as planned. Not a single day.
Oh god.
So I think yeah, it's tricky. Sometimes you achieve the deadlines way quicker, but it's again about optimizing various little things. So yeah, we are trying to streamline the processes. We're trying to have like monthly, quarterly, yearly goals. Again, like, we have some certifications that are left. So before we cater to the clients, we need to certify our products, get tested, work on new materials. Also, like, build a proper website. We just finalizing the logos, things like that. So there are like so many things that we want to do, but then there are only few things that actually gets done. So it's the fine balance between yeah, we do. That's why we end up setting higher goals so that we can at least achieve 20 to 30% of what we are targeting. So
I hope you guys maintain this balance and make the Ecolattice bigger company. Okay, so finally, to wrap up our conversation, you can go crazy about this question. What's one futuristic technology or innovation you are personally excited about, and why? And you can make the hypothetical situation. What do you want to see in the future?
There are multiple things that we want to do. We want to make a smartphone, basically. That's how I call it, future of home smartphone. So not a phone, but a phone. So let's say if we have, if you take a hypothetical scenario where you are flying to London from Pune. So you take a cab from your so firstly you're sitting in a couch. It basically has adapted to your requirement with shape changing polymers and also shape memory polymers, and also some of the mechanical things that we have in the seat, which is giving you optimum comfort at that point of time in your couch. Now you stand up and take a cab. Now in the cab itself, you still have your phone, right? We have, and the cab is, so let's say whatever company the car is using our phones. It would adapt to again, it would adapt to your data. So we have your DNA, your data of how you sit, how your parameters are, and the cab itself will give you optimum comfort. Now, you reach airport, and let's say you sit in whatever flight that you are taking, even if it's an economy class or a business class, you can get that optimum comfort throughout the flight, where the software is the phones itself is tracking your body and giving you optimum comfort. Let's say targeting at the pressure points. If you're too tired, it starts giving you a massage. I know it seems like it's super. It seems super. How do I put it? Like expensive, not achievable. But I think setting up goals and having a speculation about future is always good. Yes. So again, it would be easy to integrate technology into our phones, because again, easy to replace, easy to clean, and things like that. With shape changing or shape memory polymers, we can also trigger it as per the requirement and also body heat. So things like that. And you land, let's say, and again you're traveling in a train from the airport to London Central. You take, let's say, whatever Gatwick Express, or if you land at Gatwick or Heathrow Express. You sit in the tube or the overground or whatever, and again you get a foam or an experience again which is tailor-made or customized and is adapting to the body's requirement, is something that I am speculating as a future of our phones. So again, a phone which we want to introduce in the market as a smartphone. Oh my god, that was a crazy concept and I love it.
I hope that really happens and my back pain goes away.
Yeah, thank you so much. Perfect, Ayushi, brilliant.
Thank you so much, Yash. That was great talking to you. And that's a wrap up for today's episode, guys. Huge thanks to Yash who shared his incredible journey with the Ecolattice and whatever work he's doing. It's truly inspired me, and if inspired you as well, जाइए जाके subscribe button hit करिए and don't miss the next steps whatever we are going to explore. And if you guys want to follow Yash, check out the Ecolattice Instagram page. I will link that in the caption. And also, if you guys have any burning questions or cool topics to talk about or dig into, just let me know. We can explore those areas. Also, comment down below what other industries you want to explore and future. I will try to reach out people in those industries and get back to you with the new episodes. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Keep those tabs open as we are going to browse all of them. So stay curious. Until next time. Bye bye.